Yeah, so today I just wanted to make a reflection about just this importance of finding the sacred in life, moving from the profane, the mundane, into the sacred. Okay. So I've just spent, 24 hours, not even that, in the woods and camping. It's early March. It's been quite cold the last few days, but some beautiful sunshine, spring. I live in West Yorkshire, but I've come down to this bit of land called Harmony Woods down in Bath, near Bath, and just met a really beautiful man. Spent the weekend with him, called Dan Nolson, and also met the landowner called George Scott. And it's like just connecting how I feel. It's 24 hours, connecting, being in nature, and it's like I feel really in my heart. And I think this is something, how we connect to the sacred that we forget so often is have just being in nature. I've been barefoot most of the time. It's cold. I've had a fire, but just being barefoot, it's like I just feel totally different. Very slow, really aware of what's going on with nature, hearing sounds, I feel very present, I feel very much in my masculine. And I see as men, this is something that we really need, is just to be in nature. There's this real disconnection. And I was listening to Robert Moore, who wrote the book The King, Magician, Warrior, Lover, on the way down here, and he was just talking about the profane. Most of us live in the profane. That means the mundane, the everyday humdrum things happening, and we're thirsting, we're crying out for the sacred. A lot of people go off and do medicine journeys, teacher plants, and I have experienced those, but I find that the thing with that is, how do we then integrate that into our lives? I think it's great to have that experience, but what I've found myself, I've had amazing insights, but then how do you then take that into your life again? And I feel just by being in nature, it's like I feel in a really beautiful, nurtured space. My feet are buzzing, my heart's open. There's tears, but it's not grief. It's like this joy. It's like, oh wow, we're really arriving at this place in humanity, which is really beautiful. So how do we get to the sacred? For me it's simple. We just go outside, turn our phones off, have a fire, sleep out, spend time, doing practices. I got up early this morning, did my regular practice, exercise, meditation, bit of laughter, breath work. It's like, how do I feel? It's like, yeah, beautiful. So it's like finding that sacred, and I feel one of the pathways is just coming out to nature. And John Young, the 8 Shields model, really got that. And with his journeys into his work with Tom Brown Jr. and the Sand Bushmen in Africa, this being connected to nature, being in nature as much as possible. So if you're watching this and you're wondering how do I connect to the sacred, it's go out for a weekend, take your tent, go and camp somewhere quiet for a couple of days on your own, or maybe with one other. And then from there is like doing a daily practice of going into the garden, going into the woods, barefoot, connecting to Mother Earth. And you become aware of the sound. So I can hear to my right Jenny Wren. She's not very happy that I'm sat probably near to her nest, so I will draw this video to an end. But it's like, it helps us to open up this awareness, this sacred. So I just wanted to share this, and I really wanted to say thanks to Dan and to George and to all men and women who are doing the work. So we're kind of looking for that sacred, finding that centeredness, even when there is chaos around. And when you do that, you go into nature and you come back into the outside world, into the busyness, you can stay centered and bring your joy, bring your peace, and you affect others, you affect the world in large. So, as always, if you have any questions, any reflections, please leave them below. And to answer the question, how do you find the sacred in your own life? So, many blessings. Take care.